pissed as White House portrait bombs. She's caught using 2-year-old girl in sick scheme by Rebecca DeCirio, Politics US News for MadWorldNews.com. Michelle Obama is pissed off after her official White House portrait bombed in reviews. So Michelle and her handlers cooked up a sick scheme involving a 2-year-old girl to make sure her portrait got the praise and adoration that the former First Lady desperately wants. You'll be shaking your head at just how far Michelle went to get what she thinks she deserves. Last month, the Obamas unveiled their official White House portraits, and immediately people were aghast. The unconventional portraits got horrible reviews, and this left Michelle Obama really pissed off. As Daily Mail reported, while President Obama's striking portrait by Wiley garnered audible gasps of awe from the audience, Michelle's portrait was not as warmly welcomed. They were both horrific, and I think Obama's was worse than Michelle's. But that's an understatement. Social media users were ruthless in their comments, making sure Michelle knew just how horrible it looks. Amy Sherald should have met Michelle Obama before making that portrait, one social media user wrote, according to the Daily Mail, which added, others went so far as to criticize the artist's skill, comparing the work to a kid's art project. Okay, legit that Michelle Obama's portrait looks like a sketch by a 6th grader, Twitter user Ashley Ray wrote. The Obamas were seeing the portraits for the first time on February 12th. So the crowd at the Smithsonian Gallery got to see their reactions in real time. Barack couldn't hide his disdain for Michelle's painting. He glanced at it with a shocked look and quickly looked away. Tim Young tweeted, watch, you can actually see Barack Obama do a yikes, that's awful double take looking at Michelle Obama's portrait and then look back at his cool one. That's not a cool one. Oh no, I think Obama's was more disgusting. Not even clapping. Listen to the clapping. One person clapping. I can't see his face. How? I don't know. Anyway, you can't see it, but you get the idea though. Well, Michelle was so upset, she channeled her rage into a sick scheme when a golden opportunity presented itself. Enter little Parker Curry, who's just 2 years old, and her very savvy mother. It just so happened that a picture was snapped of a little Parker at the museum looking at Michelle's portrait, of course. What's more, the 2-year-old allegedly knows it's Michelle, which is some feat since the Obamas would have vacated the White House when the toddler was a mere infant, not to mention that the portrait looks nothing like the former First Lady. She was probably saying, who is that? The photo that almost broke the internet, little Parker Curry and Michelle Obama. Yeah, so she's looking up at the portrait. In awe. Like, so you're teaching your child to worship people, in other words. No, you don't worship people. You worship other things. Another strange coincidence is that Michelle specifically voiced her desire to have her portrait inspire young black girls, as the Telegraph reported on February 12th. Mrs. Obama said she hopes her portrait will serve as an inspiration to young black women. She told the audience at the unveiling, I'm thinking about the young people, particularly girls and girls of color, who in years ahead will come to this place, and they will look up and see an image of someone who looks like them. I know the kind of impact that will have on their lives because I was one of those girls. So she's pulling another Oprah now. So when this pic of the 2-year-old little black girl went viral, it immediately fulfilled Michelle's wishes for her portrait and put the painting back into the spotlight in a positive light. Yeah, because of course people are going to be in awe of a child, but Michelle ruined it anyway. And the next thing we know, Michelle is dancing with Parker. And if you think it all just happened by chance, we have some oceanfront property in Arizona to sell you, right next to some swampland occupied by none other than the Obamas themselves. Yeah, this is all a setup. It's a PR stunt. So Michelle Obama at a dance party with Parker.
Shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. Shake it off, shake it off, shake it off.
Whatever. Now, we hate to be cynical, but this entire situation seems a bit contrived. Overnight, Michelle's portrait is rehabilitated, and the liberal media goes gaga over how the former First Lady is inspiring young black girls, but Parker is 2 years old, and even a really smart 2-year-old doesn't grasp who Michelle is. In fact, Parker calls her a queen, which might be what her mother told her Michelle was, or perhaps the portrait just looks like a fairy queen from her storybooks. But here's the kicker: Parker's blogger mom has had to hire a publicist, which was revealed in the Washington Post article titled, "She Took Her Daughter to See Michelle Obama's Portrait. Now they need a publicist." So it looks like mommy wants to cash in on her daughter's newfound fame, according to the Post. Unsurprisingly, she's booking her baby for interviews. Well, I don't know. I guess I do the same. I don't know. I don't know what to say about this. Below is a clip from when Parker and her mom appeared on CNN with that loser Don Lemon. Yeah, that he is a loser. You can be the judge of what is going on here. Well, the kid is cute, though.
A 2-year-old girl capturing the heart.
Right. Okay.
So, I mean, how did that feel? That must have warmed your heart to see her doing that.
It was amazing. Did you like to meet Michelle Obama?
Yes.
Yes, we had a really great time. Yeah, Michelle Obama. She's really down to earth, really sweet. We had a good time talking to her. Her and Parker chatted, and they hung out, and Parker got her out of her shoes and got her up and dancing.
Well, she looks like the Incredible Hulk, Michelle, while she's dancing, but that's besides the point. While Curry and her fiancé never planned to have Parker and her 1-year-old sister Ava in any spotlight of any kind, yeah, right. The fact remains that the kids are cute. Yeah, she is. Parker is bubbly, being trumpeted online as an IRL embodiment of black girl magic. I mean, come on. This is publicity. I mean, really? Come on. The kid is cute, yes. So, yes, the kid has a publicist now, Abba Kuwawu, a woman of color, and mom of 2 whom Curry contacted after being overwhelmed by the unbelievable amounts of attention, reports the Washington Post. Seasoned politicos will tell you that this entire scheme was hatched by Michelle's astute handlers, absolutely, to overcome the negative press that the portrait was getting. They couldn't change the portrait, but they could change how gullible Americans saw the portrait, and that is exactly what happened. Yeah, well, I give credit to the publicist for that, because kids are adorable, and you're distracted from the actual mess that the portrait represents and looks like, and, the kid is cute. So, for more of us who know who the Obamas really are, there will never be anything to rehabilitate them in our minds, and the horrible portrait of Michelle will continue to reflect the horrible 8 years that she and Barack were in the White House. PR stunts might work on some Americans, but for those of us who suffered at their hands, not even dancing with cute 2-year-old girls will change how the Obamas almost transformed America into a socialist nightmare. That is the truth. Nothing against the baby. The baby's adorable. But you can't, they were trying to change it into a socialist America. Yes, that's what they were trying to do. And nobody will forget that crap from what this country suffered and is still suffering through the Obamas. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.